Our administration believes in protecting the human rights of all Jamaicans. No one should be discriminated against because of their sexual orientation. Government should provide the protection. And I think that we should have a look at the buggery law, and that members of parliament should be given the opportunity to vote with their conscience on consultation with their constituents. But for me, I do not support the position of the former Prime Minister, because people should be appointed to position based on their ability to manage. I certainly do not pry, or do I have any intention of prying in the private business of anyone. I would appoint anyone with the ability, the capacity, and the capability to manage in my cabinet.
Last week, Prime Minister Bruce Golding told the country that under his leadership, same-sex marriages would not be recognized in Jamaica. Speaking during her contribution to the debate on the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedoms in Parliament yesterday, Opposition Leader Portia Simpson-Miller agreed with the stance of the Prime Minister. However, Mrs. Simpson-Miller says this must be explicitly stated in law.
We were completely satisfied with their recommendation of a provision to restrict marriage and like relationships to one man and one woman within Jamaica, and that the provision should be specifically spelled out so that there could be no ambiguity. Yes, one man, one woman, and if you're a Jamaican and you go overseas, the same applies.
That's Mrs. Simpson-Miller on her feet. October 20th, 2009. History right there. Very interesting. Very interesting. This is the second leader from the PNP who has insulted the LGBT community. I remember the former PM and the former president of the PNP, PJ Patterson, when everybody was hounding him about his sexuality and his gender and his sexual preference, etc. I remember when they used that song, the Chichi Man song from TOK, during their campaign, and yet still the PNP still has a large LGBT following, even in the face of being insulted by their leaders and the party. Such a hypocritical setup, isn't it? But let's see how they react, if they would just ignore it and still hug up Portia. Because we're very good at that in Jamaica. We're very good at that sort of thing in Jamaica.
She is able to make sure that every gay man and woman in Jamaica is safe and protected by the Jamaican constitutional laws. Have a seat. You know why I tell you to have a seat? Yeah. We have written to the Jamaican consulate. Yeah. We had a demonstration last year at the Jamaican consulate. We have wrote letters to the Honorable Prime Minister of Jamaica.
I've traveled the world, and let me tell you, from I've been minister till I'm Prime Minister, and the media internationally, not one have ever been rude to me. And they have always treated me with respect.
Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller on Thursday night rebuked gay rights protesters who crashed her speech at the launch of the 6th Biennial Jamaican Diaspora Conference in New York.
let me tell you something. You want to disturb, you can disturb. But this woman come here with the blood of Nanny of the Maroon. And this woman is not afraid of no man. Nowhere.
And my integrity, your integrity, prove your integrity. Don't talk to me about integrity. And every time you raise issues, rather than a dignified response, is pure tracing from Prime Minister right now.